97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, we are live in full effect right here, right now with the one, the only, the legendary DJ Gold of the Screwed Up Click right here, live on the line. How are you doing this evening?
Hey, man, what it do? DJ G-O-L-D, man, checking in, you know what I'm talking about?
Hey, man, I gotta say first and foremost, Gold, I've been a fan of yours and the Screwed Up Click for many years, man, so I'm just excited to be able to have you on have such a prestigious individual within hip-hop on my radio station, man, so thank you so much for just giving us a little bit of your time this evening.
Oh, man, it ain't no problem, man. I like what y'all doing, man. Keep pushing, man, and making it happen, you feel me?
Hey, man, I'm not going to stop until the wheels fall off, man. Even then, I'm going to put the wheels back on and keep on trucking.
Yeah, that's how I go, man. That's what you're supposed to do.
But I got to ask you, Gold, like, taking you back to the beginning of your career, man, like, what actually sparked and inspired the legendary career of DJ Gold?
Man, I would have to say Cool Hurt, you know what I'm saying? The DJs back then, you know what I'm saying? Like, they sparked me, man, at a young age. And, you know, that when I seen that, like, Beat Street, things of that nature, like, man, hey, it took me to another level where I know that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
And, man, and I got to say, I want to take you way back to a group that, you know, a lot of people, they know you as, you know, a member of the Screwed Up Click, of course, you know. But while I was doing my research for this interview, I also noticed that you were actually a member of Mo City Posse. And I was wondering, man, how did yourself, you know, Funky Lou, Riley B., and Nice and Run D actually get connected?
Right, man. Well, when I moved from L.A., man, my mom, she's from a town in Texas, right outside of Houston, Angleton, man, down by the water, Freeport. You know, I'm from L.A., so, you know, I was born and raised out there. When I came back, I landed in Lamar, Texas City, Galveston County. And, you know, that's where she was working at. So that's why I went to middle school and high school, things of that nature, you know what I mean? So we all linked up then. And then, you know, Rodney B. Nice, that's my cousin, you know what I mean? So he was DJing for Mo City Posse already.
That's actually really cool, man. And I remember as well that I think you guys dropped like one EP as well in 1988 called H-Town Straight from the Underground, man. And you actually did you produced a couple tracks as well on that record. I was wondering, man, what was it like actually doing the production side of things on that record?
Oh, man, well, you know, I learned from the greats, man, like Ready Red and Vicious Lee from Therefore Posse, man, out of Rap-A-Lot Records, man. You know, in high school, we'd go down to Rap-A-Lot Records and mess with Mr. J, James, who was known as James Prince. And, you know, he would give us game and things of that nature. So, I mean, I was DJing first, and then I got into production. So at that point, you know, I was already, you know, getting schooled by the best, man, in the game. So I just took to that, and I stayed with it, you know, producing. And my first beat machine was a MPC 60 Roger Lens.
Now that right there is a nice piece of machinery.
Oh, yeah, man. Shout out to my kinfolk, James Francis. He played for the Cincinnati Bengals. He's right out of Lamar, Texas, you know what I'm saying, with the play professional ball. And he bought me that, man, you know what I'm saying, to further my career, you know what I mean?
And I gotta ask you as well, man, because this is one thing I was always wondering pertaining to the Mo City Posse, was like, obviously you guys made one record, like, what actually made you guys decide to only make one record? Like, what happened to the group after that record?
Man, a lot of things went on, man. The company that we were with, was Raise Up Records, and we helped start that company. But after Mo City Posse dropped, we looked and started doing things and that nature, man. And they just took on other acts, and that's what it ended up being. Like, things just happen, man, and like we got real big off of that one EP, bro.
Oh man, most definitely. Like obviously, I never had a copy of that record, but I have listened to it, and it is some real golden age hip hop in that record. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't listened to it, make sure you look it up and try to get your hands on a copy of that.
Hello?
Oh, are you still there, Gold?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I was just telling the listeners there, just make sure you get yourselves a copy of that and give it a listen if you haven't already done that.
Right, man. It's real. It's Houston history, man. Like, we've been putting it down, man, since the '80s, and I mean, man, that's what it is. I started DJing when I was 12 years old, and true story, man. My mom, she made a deal with me. If I keep my grades up, she would buy me this mixer from Radio Shack. At the time, they had the first little fader. You remember the little black little crossfader from Radio Shack? If you ever heard of Radio Shack, that's the only fader that they had, mixer with a fader on it. And I kept my grades up, and she said, well, if I buy this, then you'll have to find your own turntables. And that's what happened, man, and that's how I started DJing.
And also, man, going on to the Screwed Up Click, I have to ask you, what's the story behind that, and how did yourself and DJ Screw get connected with the rest of the members? Because I know you were lifelong friends with DJ Screw.
Right, yeah, and man, well, I DJed. We was both young DJing, so I was doing my thing, and we'd always just run across each other, and it was this DJ camaraderie at first, you know what I mean? And then, so he was like, man, I got this thing going, man, and I love how you do your thing, and, I just want you to, fool with me, man, and get this going, what I already got jumping. But first of all, he wanted me to be with his brother, Al D. You know what I'm saying? The line of the Screwed Up Click. And he put me with him over at Jam Down Records, which produced, Kiki, but it was Al D, you know what I mean? Dren, the production of Double D, 411. Most Aggravated was the first Spanish group really doing big things, out of Houston at the time, before SPM or any of that, you know what I mean? So it was a blessing to go over there with them, and that's what Stu put me at, and then we just doing our thing. But I was always known as just Gold, because we agreed that it's DJ Screw thing going on, so I would just be known as Gold. You know what I'm saying? But the people that knew me in the clubs and things of that nature, it was always DJ Gold. But I had no problem with that, because Screw was already doing the thing in a major way, and just started, throwing up. So, I mean, and that's my guy. So I had no problem with doing that, man. And we just, I was always there with him.
And I remember as well back in the day, because I know DJ Screw used to have this series called the Screwed Up tapes, man. And I remember when I was a kid getting my hands on one of those records, and I fell in love with that music, man. Like, he was one of the originators to do something like that, man. He, in my personal opinion, anything DJ Screw touched turned into gold.
Oh man, yeah, man, and like I said, man, he was the only guy that I ever met in my life. I know I'll never meet another person like that did what he said he was gonna do, man. He said he was gonna screw up the world. He did that. You know what I'm saying? And that's like a blessing in itself, man, to even be a part of that.
And I gotta ask you, man, when we're still on the topic of DJ Screw, like, what is one of your most fondest memories you actually shared with the late great DJ Screw?
Oh man, it's so many, man. You know, just on the road, man. I mean, like to come to mind, like it's one. We were in Louisiana, man, and and there was this lady in there. She had worked at this restaurant. She had a chicken feet on her neck, man. So I was asking, like, man, who is this bitch, man? Like, how is she working in this establishment, man, with a chicken feet on her necklace? You feel what I'm saying? And school was like, man, I don't know, cuz I don't think you ought to, you know, be fucking with that bitch like that, you know, cuz I kept just getting in her, you know. Him and LD was like, man, leave that bitch alone, you know, this and that. And so she like I said something to her, man, and she gave me this evil eye, man, and school was like, man, I don't know if you need to keep fucking with her like that, you know what I'm saying? So, man, we all got in the van in the lead, man, and you know, Black and Miles, you know, the cigar. And we was rolling down the road, man, a couple of miles or whatever, and I had to hit it, man, and cherry, real big cherry. And we was talking, and then I turned the cigar backwards with a cherry, burned my mouth and tongue and everything, right? And so school was like, man, he started laughing, and then he said, man, I told you not to fuck with that voodoo bitch, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of the fondest, man, because we all laughed after that, but you know, that shit burned me up, dude, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, like that. I don't know if they always say this or not, but let's make this a thing. If a woman is wearing chicken feet around her neck, you know not to trust the bitch.
Hey, right, you dig, and now I know, you feel me? And then we was deep off in Louisiana, man, you know, so, you know, I know, I learned my lesson on that, you know what I'm saying?
I just gotta say, rest in paradise to the late great DJ Screw, man. Such a phenomenal individual, man.
Oh man, yeah, no doubt, man. And he blessed a lot of people, man. He took care of a lot of people, and you know, I really think that's what that's what he was here for, man, to create what he created, and to help a lot of people along the way. You got to think about all the great names that came up under him, man. You feel what I'm saying? From Kiki, Al D, man, Fat Pat. Big Hawk, 3-2, Big Steve, man, Big Mello, that was on Rap-A-Lot Records, but he was really screwed up click too, man, you know what I'm saying, because he was from the South Side, you know what I'm saying, Mike D, man, Lil O, man, I mean, the list goes on, like, they label us the Wu-Tang of the South, you know what I'm saying? And that's really an honor, man, you know, to even get that kind of moniker, man, you know, from the greats out of New York, you know what I'm saying?
And also, when you actually brought up Fat Pat a few moments ago, I also read that in Austin, Texas, at the Red Barn, you were actually there for his very last performance. I was wondering, man, what was it like being there that night? And of course, like, can you tell us a bit more about that night, and how did you guys actually land that concert at the Red Barn?
Man, it was something, man, historical, man. Like, you know, that was his debut of his album, man, on Rec Shop. He gave it all he got, man, and he really turned the club out, man. The atmosphere, like, it's undescribable, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it was wall to wall. I mean, everybody was loving the atmosphere, man. It was just like a wonderful night. Like, you know, like you say, like on the show, you'll have a picture perfect night. Like that was that. That whole thing, man. Like it was just unbelievable, man. You know, like and you really, it's just hard to even come across shows like that anymore. You know what I'm saying?
And I gotta say, man, Fat Pat was such a legendary, talented individual, man. I could only dream of actually standing there at that concert at the Red Barn, watching Fat Pat tear it up, man, because he was such a gifted, phenomenal MC.
Oh man, yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like he just was another dude, man. Like you know, he was blessed to do it. You know what I mean? And the talent stood for itself as well as person, man. Like he was just a player dude that, you know, everybody wanted to be around. You know what I'm saying? He had that, you know, he just had that charisma, man. Like everybody wanted to, you know, just kick it with him, you know what I mean? And he always showed love, man.
And another amazing individual that I actually did not know this until, like, unfortunately the past tragic events past couple years, but I also read that George Floyd was actually a member of the
Oh,
Screwed Up Clique as well, man. I was wondering if you had any interactions with him, and
yeah,
of course, like,
most definitely, man. I mean, anybody out the clique, man, I had interactions with because I was dude, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, he had me around everything, man, and I helped him, you know, with moving tapes, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature, man. You know, that was just as a homie, you know what I'm saying. You know, and being a DJ, it was a DJ camaraderie, man, and I was just down with whatever he had going on. And that's how I even became a Screwed Up Click member, because of doing production and what he asked me to do, man. He put me with his brother, man. Like, you know what I mean? So that was in solid. You know, I'm not just a friend, man. Like, I put my work in, like what he asked me to do. So, you know what I mean? It's like Screwed Up Click for life, man. You know, I earned my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, it was something that Mike B said, man, from the Southside Players, man, Screwed Up Click, not too long ago, that, man, like people say that they're friends with Screw and things like that, man, but you're not Screwed Up Click. That doesn't make you Screwed Up Click. You know what I'm saying? But me, I'm a different mode, you know what I mean? Because that's why, you know, it is what it is, and that's where I was in the position that I was in. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, he made me that. Can't nobody deny that. Don't nobody, you know what I'm saying, deny that, because I put in my work, like I said. You know what I'm saying? I've been there and done that. You feel what I mean? So, you know, it's like this, man. I want to say this part. If you weren't down with school, man, and you didn't put in the work, like Mike D said, man, like, I second that, but you can't just put yourself in the game and to gain something that you're trying to gain and say that you're Screwed Up Click. No, you're not that, man. You feel me?
it's honestly, man, I agree with that. You know what I mean? You got to put in the work, and you got to be down you got to be down 110% to actually say you're a part of something. You know, you can't do half the legwork.
No. You can't do that, man, and then expect something for nothing. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's definitely what it is, man, and it's respect on that. You feel what I'm saying?
And the one thing I've always wanted to ask you, Gold, was because in 1999, the Screwed Up Click dropped my favorite record of all time, which is actually titled Block Bleeders, man. What's the story and inspiration behind that phenomenal record? Because in my personal opinion, that right there is one of the Screwed Up Click's best records, in my personal opinion.
Man, it is, man, but it's things that, like, what the world are going to get to see, man, and hear, you know, that haven't even been dropped yet, man, because there's so much going on, man. There's so, you know, like, you got to understand, the Screwed Up Click is a party of a lot of player dudes, man, that came together and made something happen with school. they're all individuals, man, that did that. So it's product that haven't even been heard yet. So it was a great piece of work, but it's not the best that's yet to be heard. You feel what I'm saying? And I appreciate all the people, man, the fans and everybody, man, digging all the jams, man. But it's a beautiful blessing after all these years that it's pushing forward and being known even more. You know what I'm saying? Because like my first hit record was in what 94, 95, Mind at Ease with Lil Kiki, Al D. That was Al D's record, and you know, I did like 300,000 or better on that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like people, you know, so that's things of that nature, man. You know, and it was a great thing because, like, I was in the production mode, man, but I did that track in 30 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? Just in the flow, and they heard it, and they was like, man, I got to be on that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened, and that's history. You know what I'm saying?
And it just proves, ladies and gentlemen, how legendary and talented DJ Gold is, man. So 30 minutes, man. I gotta say, that's magic. That's like boom, 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 making legendary shit happen with a snap of the fingers.
Right. So if y'all haven't heard it, man, y'all go check out that, you know, that's just a part of history, man, in the clique, man. Mind at Ease, man. Al D, you know what I'm saying? One of his EPs, man, you know what I mean?
And also, I want to jump ahead in the timeline here a little bit to to this day and age, man. I saw that actually in 2019, right before the unfortunate COVID-19 swept the nation, you actually won the SLM Awards for Best Local DJ, man. I have to ask you, how does it feel after all these years, man, to still be recognized by your community for years upon years of amazing achievements?
Man, like, it's a great thing because it just lets you know, man, that your work that you put in, I want to tell all the young artists out there, man, striving and coming up, man, don't never give up. Do what your dreams tell you to do, and keep pushing forward, man, because, you know, it's a beautiful thing, man, to still be getting recognition after all these years, man. You got to understand, like, we was putting in work out of love for music. We wasn't expecting the recognition and having these kind of records, man, and to have these kind of fans and people, you know what I mean, like, just, like, loving what we did, man, or what we're doing, like, you know what I mean? So it was like it's motivation, man, like, to just really keep pushing, and things work out for you if you just keep your love in the game and don't have an agenda to where, you know, it's all about the money, man. We were making money, man, but that wasn't what it was all about, you know, because we didn't make money at first, man. It was all about the love and having that product, you know, making that right music.
And the one thing I gotta ask you there, DJ Gold, because like as we already discussed, like you are a legend within the hip hop community. Like, what is some great advice that you can actually give some of these inspiring DJs, man, that actually want to be just as legendary as you are within their career?
You're breaking up.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that.
No, you good.
I was just asking, like, so, like, what's some great advice you can actually give some of these inspiring DJs that really want to be just as legendary as DJ Gold?
Oh man, I just want to just continue, man, doing, you know, what I do, and smash the gas, man, on everything that I love. And take care of my family, bro. Like that's what it is. It's coming to that point to where the love turned into getting residuals, man. So you have to once again just keep pushing and receiving the blessings.
But also, DJ Gold, like, what is next for you currently? Like, is there anything I happen to miss during this interview? Anything else you still want to talk about, or any new projects that I might have missed that you actually want to let our live listeners know about?
Oh yeah, I have projects, man. I'm working on, man. I got my son and my nephew, Pap and TT, man. You know, they got Black Bricks One, Black Bricks Two. You know, you can check them out. And that's Pap and TT. You know, and I got Storm, Quiet Storm from Rap A Lot Records, famous Rap A Lot Records. I'm doing like a neo soul hip hop album with her. You know what I'm saying? And we're getting that together. My nephew, Jay Way, I'm working on his album, and man, it's just, you know, we got some things going on. We're finishing the last album for Al D, the Lion of the Screwed Up Clique, man, working on this new movie and the documentary, man. So, you know, ACT, man, Shorty Mac, you know, just all the vets, Angelique, you know what I'm saying, C-No, Willing, you know, it's just projects, man, that coming out, man, that we're really getting involved in making it happen, man, you know what I mean? So, you know, shout out to all the cats that's still doing it, that's family, that Screwed Up Clique, Mike D, Zero, you know what I'm saying, Lil O, you know, people in the game, shout out to Mello Montana, man, you know, his family, he got, y'all go check him out, look him up, he'll pop up right up, Mello Montana, you know what I'm saying, shout out to DJ Red, at the school shop, Big Bub, Big A, you know, everybody, man, that's still in the game, Young Star, Wood, you know, I mean, hey, man, you know, it is what it is. Los, Los Grace, you know, that's Matt Grace's little brother. So, I mean, man, it's things going on, man, that we still doing. Second generation Screwed Up Clique, man, we're going to carry this thing on and keep on moving to it. You know what I mean?
Hey, most definitely. But Gold, quickly, man, I was wondering, where can our listeners actually find you, like social media wise? That way they can tap in and see everything what you got going on if they're not already doing so. But this is an old school hip hop station, so I hope they're already following you.
Right, man. Well, you know, I appreciate everything y'all doing, man, out there, man. And you know, shout out to Canada, man. It's much love. You know, it's always love. You know, man, y'all showing us love for years, man. I appreciate y'all. But, like, I only think my IG got hacked, so I'm starting all over. But you can hit me up on my Instagram, man, and it's gold. OG S.U.C, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's it. And, you know what I'm saying? Just hit me up on there, man. You want to get at me for collabos, and I'm down with that, man, all of that. You know what I mean? So just appreciate, man, everybody out there in the Canada way. It's much love, man. The Screwed Up Clique, man, we got mad love for y'all because, you know, we sell records out there.
Hey, most definitely. I gotta say, Canada most definitely has love for the legendary Screwed Up Clique, and I think we're gonna have years. We're gonna have many more years of just showing you guys love, man, because you guys really paved the way for hip hop, man, and most definitely paved the way for other individuals as well.
Right, man, and I appreciate that love, man, because, you know, when everybody was coming up, man, like School was doing his thing, and he made an empire as well, like Master P, and you know what I'm saying, Big Russell, and you know people of that nature, UGK. You know what I'm saying, man. You know, so it's major love, man.
But I gotta say, DJ Gold, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy evening, man, and just coming on 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM. I've been a fan for a long time, and I just want to personally thank you for paving the way for DJs like myself, man. Because if there wasn't no DJ Gold, there wouldn't be no DJ Immortal, and vice versa, man. So thank you for years of amazing hip hop.
Hey, man, shout out to you, Immortal, man, for showing love to all the guys in the game. You know, I've been watching what you do, and, you know, these guys appreciate it, man, from the West Coast to any coast to any, you know, Midwest, man. You show love, man, to all the artists that put in work. Man, keep doing what you do, man. We respect you and what you're doing, man. You keep the game moving, man. You show these youngsters who paved the way for them to have it like they have it.
And I gotta say, man, thank you for the kind words. I'm gonna be honest, DJ Gold, I love real hip hop. You know, I really do. And I look at it like this, man. You know, unfortunately, so many legends are passing away so quickly, man. And I want to make sure that I can preserve their legacy and their career, so for many years that people can actually hear their stories and know what they did for hip hop.
Right. Yeah, man. So, like I say, once again, just appreciate you, man, for interviewing guys like myself and all the people that put it down in the game and show love, man. You know what I'm saying? And do what they do.
Hey, man, you are most certainly welcome. But DJ Gold, I won't take up any more of your time. I know you're a busy guy. Thank you so much, man, and most definitely have yourself a wonderful night as well, man.
Hey, man, shout out, man, Outlaw, man, and everything y'all do, man. DJ Immortal, man, this DJ CKOR-DB, OG School Up Click, man. We love the world, man, and it's all school love.
Hey, man, you already know. Nothing but love from Canada, DJ Gold. Thank you so much again.
All right, appreciate you.